Ladies and gentlemen, what's up? Welcome to another episode of 42. My name is Razzle. Thanks for listening. If you're listening, keep on liking, watching, whatever. You know how it is. Um, so here's the thing. Talk to people. If you meet someone, talk to them, get their number. They cannot reply, they can do whatever. And I'm saying that um, because don't put things off, right? Like I had an idea, and I might revisit the videos or revisit the idea, but I had an idea for talking to old people and interviewing old people. I put a couple clips up on here as shorts. I had some conversations with some older people last year, over 75, before that they were born before the microwave was around, and they I fucked up the audio because I did it in Michigan and I didn't have these microphones that I use now, and I had other ones and I used those instead, and I wasn't using the Zoom that I had, the H4n, and I might bring that back because old people are cool as fuck. But the reason I say reach out to people and call people and talk to people is because one of those old ladies, she was 92 years old. Her name was Jerry. Now, she was cool, dude. I interviewed her, and it was awesome. It was great. I had a fun time. She's 92 years old, tiny little lady, lived down the street from my house that my mom lived in, that I grew up in, and it was fun and it was cool. And I'm looking at going back to Michigan to visit my nieces and nephews this year, and I'm like, oh, I want to meet Jerry again and hang out and talk to her and maybe do a different interview with her. And 2 weeks ago, she passed away. And that's sad and that's a bummer. And I'm fortunate I got to meet her and have an hour and a half with her. But part of me is like, why didn't you just ask her for her number, dude? Why didn't you ask that 92-year-old for her number? Because I could have called her once a month and I'm sure she would have loved to talk to me. And vice versa. And I don't know why I didn't. I'm like, I'll talk to her next year. I'll talk to her next year. You don't know, regardless of age, and it's not just because she was 93 now, but people in general, people are always coming and going and closing out. They're closing out their tab. So this is just kind of a reminder to everybody, hey, if there's somebody you enjoy, reach out to them. Because whether or not they're 92 or 41 or 43 or 18 or 69, you don't know how much time you have left on them. You don't know how much time left you have with them on this planet. So don't put off texting somebody, hey, I was just thinking about you, until you see them next in 3 months or 4 months or next week. Just be like, hey, I was thinking about you. Looking forward to next week. Because next thing you know, it's June 2024. It's already June 2024. How is that a thing? Do you know what I mean? Like, next thing you know, it's already October. It's Halloween. Next thing you know, it's January 2026. Where does the time go? I've said it before on here. I've said it before on the internet. I don't know where it goes. But if there's somebody in your life that you enjoy, just reach out and say, hey. That's it. Hey, how are you? Because life is short, baby. Regardless of if you're 93 or not, or half that. Life is short. Yeah, so that was the thing. What else is going on in my life? Not much. This is going to plate because I'm recording this on this day. Video might be tomorrow. Who knows? The audio I'll put up today. I'll put up later today. My numbers are dwindling again, but I'm still doing this for me. I had a busy weekend. I got into baking. I'm baking. I'm in my baking era. Razzle, Eric, dangerously is a baker now. I got a sweet tooth. I've said it, and I'm trying to cut down on sweets. And this past weekend, my friend Mary had a game night, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to remake some donuts because the last time I made donuts, they were delicious. So I made some new donuts. I didn't have any, but people ate them all. And let me tell you, dude, they turn out great. First off, I went down to the donut shop down the street and I bought a box. I bought a donut box. And then I made the donuts. I made chocolate, I made blueberry, and I made strawberry. And I got the frosting looking fucking tits, dude. And I put some Oreo cookies on the chocolate one. They looked great, dude. These donuts that I made looked good, and people loved them. And a dude from 90210 was there, and he was awesome, and he was cool. And we talked about other things, and he's a really cool dude. And he was just scarfing them down. And he's like, these are great. I'm going to take these home to my kids. And it was awesome. And then they were good. And then I got home, and do you know what I did immediately? I bought my own boxes. Now, let me back the truck up here a bit, because I made the donut boxes. Nothing humbles you more than messing up on the third to last step of a project. You could be making an amazing thing, and this thing's looking cool, and this, whatever you're doing, you're killing it. And then right at the end, you mess up. That's a humbling experience. And that's awesome. And that makes you feel like a human being. And wabi-sabi. And I'm practicing the art of wabi-sabi, which is a Japanese word and phrase of, like, understanding that not everything is perfect. And not everything is perfect. And that's okay. Being okay with imperfection. And it's similar to, I don't know if if messing up is part of that, but it is what it is, and I'm going to say it is, because wabi-sabi. And so I made the donuts. They look good. And I bought a blank box, and I wanted to make up my own donut shop name, like a fake donut shop name. So I'm like, look, I'm a punk rocker. I like music. I like punk rock. So I'm like, let's call it Punk and Donuts. Like Dunkin' Donuts, only with punk. So I used AI. I got on AI, and I made a cool little, like a fun donut with a skull in the middle, a logo type of a thing. And I'm like, I'm going to draw this on the box. So I drew that on the box. It looks good. It looked cool, dude. It looked cool. It looked fun. It looked cool. It looked like somebody drew on it, but that was kind of the point. Then I had the text that I wanted to put on there. And I started with the donuts S. I wrote backwards because I wanted it to be centered. Now, if I was smart, I would have started with the P and the S and centered that, but I didn't. And that's where I messed up. Because I started with the last letter of donuts and I wrote backwards. It's looking good. It's looking cool. It's looking fine. Right? It looks punk rock. It's wabi-sabi. It's messy. It's kind of just, that's part of the punk element of it, right? And donuts, the N, the K, and then I get to the U. Only the U, I put the U before the N because I'm writing backwards. The U is before the N. I spelled punk wrong, dude. I got these donuts made and frosting and looking awesome. And then I got the drawing on the box. Looks cool. And then I mess up spelling the word punk because I'm writing backwards on the last three letters. And people said it looked cool and it looked natural and it looked like I meant to do that, but I couldn't deal with it. So I put some black gaff tape over it and I wrote punk with white paint. And it looked cool. It looked cool. It looked like it was censored out. It looked like it's a Dunkin' Donuts type of a thing, and it was censored out. It looks cool. And then I'm like, you know what? So then I bought boxes. And then what I'm going to do this summer and this year is anytime people invite me to a party or like a get together with friends or like a game night, I'm going to make donuts. And I got my own custom boxes. And that's it. And it's just for fun. It's just for me. That's it. It's like a hobby. It's like a painting. I can't commit. Like I said a few episodes ago, I'm spinning too many plates. Instead of working on stand-up or trying to get more stuff going, I'm going to spend 2 hours making donuts before a fucking party that I'm invited to instead of editing videos or doing whatever. But it's fun and it's meditative and it keeps me calm. Because here, let me tell you, when you're baking or cooking, you're following instructions and you got to be present. Otherwise, you're going to mess up. Baking, people who say they can't cook or can't bake, I don't think they can put Legos together. I don't think they can put IKEA furniture together. If you can't bake or cook, then how do you drive? How do you drive? Because all it is all baking and cooking is following instructions. It's following a to-do list in order, and it tells you what to do. That's all it is, dude. Hey, you need this. You need this, 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 and this. And then you get it all ready. And then it tells you what to do. But also, hey, can we talk about can we talk about recipes on the internet? Can we talk about how when you Google a recipe on the internet and you click the link to look at the recipe, every damn recipe is 19 pages long? Hey, just show me the recipe. I don't want to read a story about your childhood or about your kids liking these donuts or this cake or these homemade Pop-Tarts. I don't want to scroll 5 pages because you wrote a blog before I get to the recipe. What is the blog for? Why are you writing that blog? Just write the recipe and people will still click your page because they want to know how to cook that thing. But thank you for posting that recipe. I get it. I don't like how you post. I don't need a fucking novel before you give me the how to. But thank you for posting the how to, because it's so much easier than flipping pages in a book. Or, my grandmother and my mom growing up in the 70s and 60s and 80s and 90s, their recipes were either they had 4 different books, or they had a plastic little container with a bunch of note cards that were laminated, and recipes passed on from generations and generations, and you'd make those, and they had those recipes, and those were cool. So I kind of want to make some old recipes. If you have a recipe that's from 1960, send it my way. I want to make that recipe. But now recipes are on the internet. And look, I've learned so much on the internet from Google and YouTube. I learned how to do so much from YouTube, and I've learned how to do so much just from Googling recipes. And thank you for that. But at least YouTube, I fast forward it anyways, but just give me the recipe. I don't need a blog. Yeah, so I'm a cooker now. I'm a baker. I'm a chef. I'm the bear. And what else? Yeah, I'm gonna. This new job's doing all right. Had a phone call today, a meeting. Making content for my buddy's beverage company. I got some comedians that want to help make some fun stuff, so that's cool. I'm gonna pay them to help me make some stuff and try and put together a little fun collective of just making silly, fun stuff to help grow this channel, and maybe that'll turn into something, and maybe it won't. But got it back. Excuse me. I got to get back into stand up. I haven't done stand up in a while, and I miss it. But I also don't. I'm overwhelmed, but I'm also staying creative. So it's kind of a 50-50, but nothing's got my full 100% attention. And I think that's my problem. I haven't worked out in 3 weeks. I haven't hiked and worked out in 3 weeks because I wake up in the morning and it's gloomy and I'm just and my brain's overwhelmed. But everybody's going through stuff. So if you're going through similar, if you feel like you're in a rut and you don't know how to jumpstart it, message me and let's be accountable to each other. Let's be each other's sponsor. Hey, you started the year off great. Let's get back on it. And then I'll do the same thing for you, or I'll say that to you and you say that to me, whatever. It's about focus and mental clarity and just being present and understanding that, everybody goes through things, but don't let it go through too long. I was talking to my buddy Ryan, and I don't wake up before my alarm anymore. That's how much of a rut I'm in. I used to wake up before my alarm at 6 a.m., and now I don't, because I've skipped and hit snooze for a month and a half. And I need that to change, because I felt good it's not that I don't feel good, but I definitely felt better when I was waking up earlier. I still wake up early, but I just skip my hike and my workout. And that's a good thing to do. Work out and wake up early. So do that. So wake up early and work out. And don't skip like I've been. And be held accountable for yourself and what you're putting your efforts into. It's tough to put 100% into one thing, and maybe that's not the case. Maybe that's not smart to do. I got 40% in a bunch of different things, and there's things I miss doing that I got to figure out how to put into a thing. Right? It's a Venn diagram, and I got to figure out how to make it balanced because right now it's imbalanced, and it's not that I'm not enjoying life right now and feeling good about myself. I'm feeling good, feeling good and worthy and loved and grateful and very grateful, and it's just a balance. And I'm in a good place right now, so now that I'm in a good place like that, I got to figure out how to start bringing in the effort for other creative things and other things because I was losing sight of stuff. But yeah, thank you. That's that. This is kind of, that's what I wanted to do. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. Hit the follow. Tell your friends. Check the expiration date on the food in your refrigerator. Be kind to each other and yourselves. And smile at an old person. Reach out to a friend that you like. And if you don't like something, leave it in the comments and share these videos. Or go to my YouTube and share some shorts. Go to my Facebook page and share some videos. I got to start making more Disney stuff. I got to start making some more funny Disney stuff because that did well. I got to pivot and figure out what did well and do more of that. And this is a way to help me get in that groove. So thank you. Thank you.